It's a Double Dink podcast.
You all set? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Let's get after it then.
Let's get
All
after
right. So we're just gonna start off with you basically introducing yourself for a little bit. Maybe just like a name you want to go by, if you want to stay as like that, age, from, how you found Rogue, all that.
Yeah, so I go by Bop, aka
Sir.
Bopsterrr, you know what I'm saying? I'm 18, I'm from New York, and that's about it for me.
Oh damn, I didn't know you're 18. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How did you find Rogue? Like that's kind of like the big thing that a lot of people probably wonder.
It was kind of funny, you know, like I was like, so I was playing Valorant at the time. I just got dropped from like a semi-pro team, and
Damn.
like I was down bad, and I was just trying to find new games, and I had this YouTuber I was cool with, and he found Rogue, and he's like, I'll buy it for you if you want to play with me. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll try it out. And that's how it went, you know. Like he bought it for me at the time. It's like summer, so it cost like $10, but I had like a coupon, so it was like $5. So
same. I did the same exact thing.
Yeah, that's exactly how we found it, to be honest.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that's how it went, and it was a really good experience. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, what date did you find this in? You said like how early?
I think it's in the summer. I think like July or August. I forgot. Like
oh damn,
it's like the end of summer.
Yeah,
last year, 2020.
So someone introduced you to this game. It wasn't like you scrolled upon it.
No,
that's crazy.
Like he bought it for me, you know.
That's dope, actually.
Yeah.
Were you like hooked instantly? Did you just like you love the game or something like that?
So like I never really played demo because I was tired, because I just came from like a like a search and destroy game.
Oh yeah,
Valorant. So I was playing Strikeout, and I fell in love with Strikeout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like what really got me hooked was just like, you know, it's kind of ironic, but like the melees got me really hooked. Kind of like it was kind of just like a new fresh thing. Like, oh my god, like let me try to like master this. You know, took a long time. You know what I'm saying? It was really fun. I used to main Talon. That was my main character.
Nice.
Yeah, when I played Strikeout, and I was hooked since. And then, you know, after I got hooked, I started looking up on Twitch. You know, met a couple people. You know, I remember the teammate I used to have. His name was Dolo, and he was streaming, and he was like level 65 plus. You could join my team, and I was like level 20, and I just lied to him, and I was just like, yo, let me join your team. So he tried me out, and he instantly is like, yo, like you're really good at this game, like why don't you like take it serious? I'm like, I don't know, like I'm keyboard and mouse, this is a controller dominated game, and like I don't really got nobody to play with, it's just me and him, you know.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's how it went.
You were like semi-pro in Valorant, you said earlier?
I was on a semi-pro team since I didn't have the best computer at the time, so they put me as a sub, you know, and I just got dropped eventually because I wasn't taking it too serious, you know.
Yeah, and were you like in school, or were you done with school? Like you were just chilling?
I was done with school. Like
For sure.
Yeah, I was done.
I got you. And then, were you always named Bop, or did you have a different name before this?
Only the game of tags.
Yeah, my old name was YouTube Boppy. It was pretty much like Poppy, but I put a B into it. And
I got you.
And because like nobody wanted to really call me Poppy. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like for me that wasn't weird, but for other people it was weird. So I
it's kind of weird.
You know, like so I put a B in front of it, and you know, I was YouTube Boppy for like a couple months, like 4 months. So
damn, why YouTube Boppy? Were you like thinking of making YouTube videos and stuff?
I was actually streaming Rouge Company on YouTube. I was actually streaming it. Yes, I was actually streaming it, and then you know, when you know, further down the line, I just started playing with Paid and J Gravity and Dolo. That was the team.
Okay.
You know, and they told me like, yo, why don't you stream on Twitch? Like Twitch is better than YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like I was averaging actually pretty good views. I was averaging 15, 20 views on YouTube, like way back in the day. Like this is like
damn.
6, 7 months ago. You know,
And this was like
Yeah.
Valorant days.
this is like no, I was streaming Rogue. I was streaming Rogue.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was streaming Rogue. I was doing videos for Valorant, but then like when I stopped playing Valorant, I just started streaming Rogue on YouTube.
Gotcha. Now, do you remember when you like started to like see that growth in popularity when you like popped into Rogue? Like, what was that day? You were like, oh shit.
It was the day where it didn't go instantly. It took like 2-3 months until like Q snipe started happening in CMG, but it was the Q snipes first. When we was Q sniping, we beat pretty much every team except for it was Moho, Enzo, Fragout, and Nash. It was called
Oh, yeah.
No Comp.
Oh, yeah, I watched those. That was like the first team I saw.
We were Q sniping every day, you know what I'm saying? And we were beating pretty much everybody, you know? Like we didn't really lose too much except for against like, you know what I'm saying, Frag. And that's when I saw like, yo, like, you know, I could be potentially like top 5 team in the game at the time. You know what I'm saying? And then CMG came around. We was actually top 2 in the leaderboard, like the points. You know, because we kept getting silver. We kept getting second place, week after week, second place. And that's when I noticed, like, yo, like my stream is bumping up. Like these tournaments are really cool. Like there's at least 80 teams enrolled. You know what I'm saying? It was a fun experience back then. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure. And we'll definitely get back to all that, like CMG. We're gonna talk a lot about all that stuff there. But before we start on all that, we're just gonna describe real quick on like why we're doing this podcast, why are we here,
Rogue?
what are we doing, you know? Like why about Rogue? I think it's good to let everyone know that we do this more like we started like doing like podcasts, we started brainstorming like stuff like that just because we feel like there's like a downfall in Rogue kind of sense.
Yeah, right now.
Kind of feel that?
Yes.
Yeah, and then so we're doing it for like basically the passion we have for Rogue, right? And like all that stuff. So hopefully it like blows up a little bit. Hopefully it helps out the scene quite a bit.
100%.
Build a community. All that.
Yeah, we definitely need to start building a community because as we know,
people are
there's some shit around here. Definitely.
100%.
Now, would you say like Rogue in general is like a unique game? Because a lot of people I know who like talk about it, they're always comparing it to like
Valorant.
I don't know, Valorant or or Fortnite, you know?
It's a similar concept. It's pretty much, I mean, I could agree, you know, it's pretty much like a third person Valorant. But like I like the approach they did to Rogue Company, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, there's obviously one taps in the game, you know, sniper, shotgun, you know, so I kind of like the fact that it's not all one tapping, you know.
Yep.
And I like the characters they you know what I'm saying? Like my favorite character is Anvil. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all know.
Yep.
Like
Yes, sir.
it's pretty much I love the gun he has. I love the perks he has and all that. And I could say it's similar, you know. I can say it's definitely similar. Maybe make it where like it's not just demolition as comp, you know, like we gotta add more game modes, you know, like maybe add strikeout into ranked or capture the flag or the game mode they had the other time. I forgot what it was called.
Like arms race or
no,
the
it was
bomb?
like
neutral
bombs
bomb?
and
Extraction.
No. It was like it was like strikeout. You have more tickets and like pretty much like you gotta stop
like the
bomb
oddball thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what
That's a really cool game mode, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree with you with like that getting like more
arena
like,
games,
competitive game modes. Just like you know how like Halo, Call of Duty kind of does it. Like they got different game modes, not just like search and destroy.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like this game does a lot outside of the search and destroy concepts. But don't get me wrong, it's like Demolition, it grew on me for sure. When I first started, I was definitely like with you. Strikeout was like this is crazy. Like, this is fun. And then I was like, I don't know if Demolition should be the ranked mode. But then you kind of play it, you kind of get it.
Demolition is pretty much like the team game mode. You take your mechanics you get from Strikeout, put it into demo, and all you have to do is just like, you know, add the strats to it on demo, add the formations, you know, like
for sure.
two stack this, fill in
Mhm.
this lane, But yeah,
Yeah, once it gets like higher in the like competition and people start realizing what to do, yeah, I
hmm
can see why they chose demolition to be like that
yep.
key game mode.
hmm
But like going like if we bounce around our little topic list here,
hmm
if we go straight to like our casual
hmm
like community of Rogue, wouldn't
hmm
you say like how you started, everybody's like into Strikeout and they think Strikeout is probably the one that can get this game growing rather than the demolition? Or
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think Strikeout is a pretty good contender to demolition. Like if they just tweak it a little bit, like maybe add
Move the
spawn flip
points.
and then up the
Yeah.
points,
Yeah.
spawn
Yeah.
flip and up the points, it would actually take like take your brain to like, okay, spawns flipping, we only got
Mhm.
these much tickets. If they take the site, we gotta retake it through this way or that way,
Yeah.
So I honestly think, I feel like Scott got it under control. I feel like
Yeah.
he came from Halo. I never watched Halo. I never played Halo. Sadly, everybody's like, "Oh wow."
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Well, I never played Halo, but I heard that he's, he loves those type of game modes. That's what I
Yeah.
heard. So
Yeah, so I'm definitely hoping he's like got something in the bag and they're like working
yeah,
on it. I know
yeah,
that they're working on a lot of stuff from home too, so I kind of
yeah.
like try to think about that and be like, all right, cut them some slack. They got a good game going.
That's what I
So
respected. Like the game has a lot of potential for the stuff. They don't have that much. Like they all work at home, which is just,
yeah, they don't got the full resources.
Yeah, exactly. So I respect them completely. Like I don't, you know, like bug them if it goes too slow or like, because I
Yeah.
mean, I got all the time in the world. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now personally, do you think this game's dying or it's just starting up? What do you think?
I honestly think it's just starting up. Um, with all the recent events, like the CMG, and then also like them adding the battle pass, and then like the casual scene getting better, like the views going up on Twitch. Like I feel
Yep.
like it's a good start right now. Um,
Yeah.
hopefully by next year, that viewer rate goes double that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
the tournaments start popping. Maybe a league,
Mhm.
who knows?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
speaking of leagues, have you seen that player league
Yeah,
coming in
by
yeah,
Maestro.
from Maestro?
I've seen it. I think it's a pretty good tournament, to be honest. Like an anti
Yeah.
cheat, the rogue bans. I think is honestly
Yeah.
a good thing that he's doing that, and I appreciate, what I'm saying, people
Yeah.
taking charge for the
De-
community to like do better.
definitely. Definitely. I'm excited to see how that one goes.
Yep.
Now speaking of
Obviously,
all that,
I will be competing in that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
of
yes
course.
sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now speaking of like the cheating stuff, like what are your thoughts on like all the cheating stuff? You think
It's all kind of new to me since I came from a game where like cheating wasn't really a thing. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
it's all kind of weird to me. I don't really
Yeah.
know too much. Like people like introduce me to like some crazy like stuff. Or like you could have this like strike pack. It's
Strike
like
back.
$40
Yeah. Yeah.
at Best Buy. Like I didn't know that. Like I
Yeah.
honestly didn't know like that was a thing. You know?
Mhm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So we
That's
came from
why
Warzone, so like we knew about cheaters a lot
Oh,
right
okay,
before
okay.
this game. So yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah. So
And
I
it
was really new to it, and it's just like I didn't really pay too much mind to it because I feel like if you were already like mentally defeated, like oh this guy's cheating, we're gonna lose, like you already lost, like it's done. You know,
exactly. No, I
I
feel
just play
that.
it out. Personally, I just play it out, and just it is
Yeah.
what it is. I have fun.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I think you guys were playing like an EU team during the 10K and like Gronky said something about the ping and it's like a good like just mindset to have. It's like, yo, I know people are gonna dog shit and cry about like the ping, but it's like
Mhm.
I get it. You don't need to say it, let's
Yeah,
just
because
fucking
if
do
you
it.
say it out loud, it's just like it's gonna bring the whole team like oh
Yeah.
like nah I'm
Exactly.
lagging too like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's super it's a super good mindset to have, especially in like
yeah.
competitive and stuff.
Like in competitive, like the main thing I'm gonna tell you right now, like to succeed in competitive is mainly just like mentality. Like that's how you succeed in comp. Like that you'll be mechanically gifted,
Hmm.
super good IGL. If you don't have that mindset to like stay composed and what I'm saying, do all
Yep.
that stuff, like you're not gonna win. I could name a lot of players that are really good mechanically, better than me, you know, They just don't have the other stuff to succeed in comp, which is like mainly just composure. Their mindset is just weak.
Yep.
You know.
No, we see that. Yeah, we definitely see that a lot, especially like in the tournaments that we've been going around in the competitive community right now. It's like, people just, I don't know. I think it's the egos. The egos definitely get there, bro.
Yeah, 100%. About that, it's just like, I don't know, like we're not really playing for too much credit. Like, this is not optic, this is not phase. Like,
yeah.
You know, there shouldn't be no ego involved in general. You know.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, that's about it about that.
Yeah, I think Aries said it best when, like, I think you guys picked him up one time. I think it was like you, I forgot. You picked up Aries for a tournament, right?
Yeah.
And like we talked to Aries after, like we scrimmed or something, and Aries was just like, yo, it's all about the vibes, to be honest. Like, I think Aries played super well, like for his like first time like competitive kinda, and he was just like, I was like asking him like, yo, did you feel nervous? Like, how was it different? He was like, nah, if you just keep the vibes right, it's like you're just playing a video game, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You've been shooting kids like left and right all day.
We're not at LAN, so like there's not a lot of pressure. You're just at home playing the video game, so like the vibes, the composure, like that helps your team a lot, you know?
Exactly.
Like a lot.
I hope the community like gets to that point and stuff to where we're all playing, and that's like that will help with all the community tournaments as well. Like, you know, those draft tournaments that like Rome does and stuff. It's been getting a little toxic, and it's just like, it's like you kind of should go in there expecting stuff like that to happen, right? And you're just having fun.
They're all pickup teams and stuff. So
So
they're expected to have like errors in like the team comp, or you know what I'm saying, the communication, but it's like, you know, you sign up for that, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's definitely composure, and the vibes is also like, you know. Main thing you should have.
Yeah. So something I really wanted to ask you about was about your little team in the beginning, your big boy team, that STK a long time ago. We'll also talk about Hollywood, your team right now. But did you want to? Could you talk a little bit about STK, kind of like how it started? Because they just kind of appeared to me.
It also appeared to me too. You know, Rome hit me up randomly because he was hitting me up for tournament stuff, like, yo, you should compete in this. Like, at a time where like I'm FA.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, you know, Rome hits me up. He's like, oh, I got 3 players that are interested to play with you. You just gotta let me know if you're interested to play with them. You know, and you know, they got a call. It was,
did you know Rome before this happened, or was this like out of the blue?
I knew Room. I know Room. I knew Room. I said Room. Not because like he was asking me to like participate in his tournaments. He was doing a lot of tournaments, like back to back every day. You know, and I didn't really want to pay money to play tournaments, especially like I don't know what I'm getting into, so I didn't do that. But he was like, you should, and then you know we was talking back and forth. You know, we was both cool people. So yeah, basically Rome got me in the call with Gringo, and then they got Goger and Nicole in the call, and it all worked out. The only thing was the schedule at the time. At the schedule for me, like I just came from a team that grinded at least 5 hours a day. You know, Cole and
like every day
worked every day, 4 or 5 hours a day, like scrim, then just like chill in pubs. You know, just grind.
Yep.
Cole and Goger worked. You know, Goger worked a lot. Cole worked a little bit. Like he worked every day in the weekdays, and then he was off on the weekends. So Goger worked like a lot. So like, you know, I wasn't too cool with it at the beginning, but it was just like I had barely any options. Like it was either like go content create or play some tournaments, you know. So
yeah.
So like you know, that happened, and long story short,
did you know them before?
What happened?
Did you know them before?
I knew Cole and Goger from Q snipe days. They were Q sniping against us.
Oh, okay.
Gogurt was always cool people. Cole, he barely talked back in the day because he barely played. He was just Q
Mhm.
sniping, just a Q snipe.
Yeah.
And they were both good players,
Yeah.
They're both good players, and they also they ended up teaming up with Nex and Gronky like further down the line,
Mhm.
and then Nex and Gronky end up leaving them to go play with Frag.
Yep.
But like it was good. I feel like STK was very strong. A lot of people loved us. Apparently,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, y'all were fun to watch, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was definitely good vibes for me. Like I messed with everybody like on the team. Like even though we had differences now, like I still like
You still cool with everybody?
yeah, I'm still cool with everybody. Gringo, Gogurt, Cole.
Yeah. From the outside looking in, like watching STK, I think what I enjoyed most, different from like T1, because I always compared like the two, is like STK was always so like, you guys were so fast,
Yeah, and
on everything,
aggressive
you
on
know?
both sides.
Which was like
Yeah.
probably the
So, like-
most fun to watch. It was just like
So like Cole and Gogurt, their background is paladins, and paladins I guess they told me like it's very fast paced. You
yeah, it's like
retake,
nonstop going.
kill, retake, kill, like, and Gringo came from Gears, so Gears is even more like, you know what I'm saying, kill. So me being like, that's why, my playstyle was completely different from them because I came from a search and destroy
Valorant.
Oh, you
game.
came from
Yeah.
Valorant. Yeah,
That's super
yeah.
slow.
Very, 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 very slow. Like if the bomb is down, I am sitting there for the next like till the bomb explodes,
Yo.
Yeah. Just listening.
Yeah, exactly. And it was definitely cool. Like I like that. I like having differences on the team, because it brings
Mhm.
light to like other
More
situations that I'll never
ideas.
be in, and I'll be able to succeed in those situations when it comes back to me,
Mhm.
So yeah,
Now,
it
would
was
you
definitely
rather
fun.
play like fast paced like that, like as your like?
It was
go-to?
fun. Like it was really fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like when they started getting me used to like just like W key,
Standing.
but like in a structured way. Like it was W key, but it was in a structured way. Like we
Yeah.
waited perfect timing, perfect info, and then we just did it. Like no if and buts about it. Just commit.
Mhm.
Run through by chat, run through Molly, run through whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all had like pretty good gun skill.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of got you guys going with that strat there. You guys can like run and gun all the way through.
Pretty sure we
My
stole one of their strats too. We stole one of your favela strats on defense when we like pushed up to the tree or whatever.
Oh yeah. Like you guys even played like that on defense. Like you guys
Yeah,
brought the
everybody
attack
was
to
like-
attackers, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
everybody
Like,
was shocked. Like we was contesting the 50-yard line. Like
yeah, exactly. No,
and
that's
we held strong.
amazing.
I think the best moment in STK was the very first AK qualifier, the very first, not the actual AK, just the qualifiers.
yeah.
The very first
Yeah,
one
first
where we
qualifier.
got first seed. The
Mhm.
very first one.
Yeah.
That factory game, man, it was such a good game, man. I ended up dropping like 3K damage. It was so fun. Like it was so fun.
Man.
Yeah, y'all are
Like,
solid.
It was definitely like it like we were like the underdogs. Like everybody wanted us to win
Mhm.
for some
Mhm.
reason. But
Yeah,
it was just like so neck to neck. Like it was crazy.
you talking about like against like T1 and them?
Yeah, it was Nex, Grunky, Frag, and
Yeah.
Nash.
Nash.
Yeah, because at the time it was like T1 just literally you just like open up Frag stream and it was like championship. I was like, I love Frag and all. I was like, what damn, can I see
Yeah.
something else, bro?
Yeah.
And people like I never played Gears, I never watched Gears, but people like pretty much like made them like they're pretty much like the optic for Rogue,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Like they were just dominating everything. And me being the person I am, like I really wanna I wanted more than most people, I wanted way
Oh, yeah.
more than a lot of people. So like that drive just like made me just wanna like beat them so bad, like
Uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
like my teammates wanted the same thing, like
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were rooting for y'all.
100%.
Now, was there like a big thing that ended it, or was it just like because you
Um,
got second place in the
Yeah,
8K, right? And
Yeah, it was bro. I was blessed. I mean, you shouldn't be happy about second place, but like
yeah.
second place, like third place didn't get money. Imagine if we were third place, I would be even more tight. Like
Oh yeah.
third place didn't get no money, so we got second. So at least we got money. And
Yeah.
on top of that, like it was a good bracket run. We end up losing to NetJ Domes in the winter finals or the winter
Mhm.
semifinals.
Uh-huh.
It was unfortunate. I was playing. Those were my best games right there. I'm not gonna lie, like individually, but as a team, we just wasn't coordinated at the time. But when we went to losers, the day resets. We play losers the next day. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
Sunday, and we were just going into it like whatever happens. We gotta win this as much as possible, and we end up taking out Nedj's team in losers finals, and we
Yep.
went to finals. So we guaranteed second place, but it was just like we had to play 2 best of 5s. That was the only thing
Yeah.
that really hurted us,
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Did you guys
unfortunate.
end up taking it to the second set or
Yeah, we
no?
ended up taking it. We
Yeah.
ended up taking it to the second set.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we did because it was a long day, like.
I bet. Shoot.
And
A loser bracket run and then that.
Yeah, it was like really close.
Uh-huh.
What really like I think it was mainly my fault that lost the second best of 5. It was because like at the time I wasn't on really the best PC, and of course my
Oh
luck,
shit. You're right.
my luck is I get Vice first.
Yeah.
First.
Oh,
first
shit.
I know how that feels. Yeah. 30
we got Vice the first best of 5, and then we got Vice the first map of the second best of 5.
Uh-huh.
So, and this is when Vice is changing completely. They just added the zip line. They just
Mhm.
like they just changed it like that,
Yep.
like Friday or Wednesday, whatever.
Mhm.
So like I was really like mentally defeated, which sucks. I didn't want it to be like, but it was just rough. Like we ended up losing Vice 7-5. I tried. We tried.
Yeah.
Tried with your 30 FPS.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you're saying
You
you
know.
want to run it back? New
Oh,
PC, new
man.
bot, run it back.
I wish, man. I wish. That's one thing I will never, I will never like give up on like my
You'll never
rival,
forget it. Yeah,
Like,
for sure. Like there, that's it.
that's another thing too. Like well let's go to how it ended. How it ended really was Gringo had differences with Cole, I guess, at the end of the day. And
Oh, they just kind of butt heads.
yeah, they just kind of butt heads, and it was unfortunate. I didn't want Gringo to leave. I wasn't gonna drop Gringo. We was even if second place to me, we just got $500. We could go
Yeah.
back, and get our revenge if anything. But
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
had
exactly.
differences. Yeah, they got differences, so it is what it is,
Yeah,
Me, I'm still all cool with all of them. Gogurt, Cole, Gringo, I all love them. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
And yeah, that's pretty much how it ended. We just ended up butting heads, and Gringo ended up leaving the
He went to go find his own
team.
thing, kind of, right? Just
Yeah,
kind of do his own
and then
thing.
Gogurt was at the time was about to go to vacation, so it was just looking slow. And then after the vacation, he was like, "I want to practice keyboard and mouse," and yeah, we just end up I end up just chilling. I end up just chilling for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when Hollywood came on swinging.
Sir.
Yeah.
Now, how did that start? Because that was that for the 8K announced the NA and EU 8K, or was that
Um,
before?
This is I think this is after the AK.
Yeah.
This is after the EU AK. After the EU AK.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. After the EU AK. Frag team ended up losing, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Third place, I think. And I don't know really what happened between the 4 of them, so I can't really tell you.
Uh-huh.
But they end up just dropping Nash and next. Hopefully on a good note, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get that in one podcast.
Like Frag and Grunky were just interested in me and Cole, And it took me a little. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're tripping! Like, you just got to offer to play with Grunky and Frag. Like, you got to take that right now." I'm like, I'm gonna think about it. It took me like a couple days to think about it because like I just lost to them. Like, why would I want to join them?
Yeah.
Like, I
With
don't
your
know.
mentality,
So
you want to like, take it down, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So joining them was like kind of weird. It's like joining like the dark side type.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So.
Oh.
But yeah, it was we ended up taking it and we just played from there.
Yeah. I feel like there's some cool vibes that you guys got going on that
Yeah,
team. So.
pretty much it's like Cole is like similar to Gronky, and I'm similar to Frag. That's what
Yeah,
everybody
I
says.
see that.
Yeah.
Their voices are really similar.
So yeah, it was
Yeah, you guys blended pretty well, like pretty fast, so
yeah,
worked out.
definitely. I'm just like it was everybody loved STK. I loved the rivalry versus like us and Frag. You know, everybody loved it. It was like really good to watch. Always good games neck to neck. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was I thought that was like super good for the community. I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
brought
So
people
it
to
makes
like
it makes
the optic and phase kind of deal for like
Yeah.
COD,
yeah, yeah.
and
It
that's
makes
what
it
brings
where
people
like
in.
other teams can like play, you know, and like like if this team can go neck to neck with them, you know, like we
Yeah,
should go ahead and try and grind, you know.
yeah, yeah. It was pretty dope to watch. But
Yeah,
here we are now.
yeah,
Everything's still chilling. I feel like
Mhm.
once
Yeah.
that like two giant kind of split ups happened, I felt like
Mhm.
the competitive community kind of it crumbled a little bit. But there was
Mhm.
also, if people stayed with, you know, if like people had a
Mhm.
stronger bond with each other, I think there would have been more like tournaments to where you don't know who's going to be on top. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
it got to the
Yeah.
point when there was, in that time of STK and T1, it was like,
Mhm.
oh shit, like here we go, it's going to be STK T1 at the end, or what, or the winners final is going to be that, and then whoever's on the other side of bracket. And that's like a thing with all the tournaments. I feel like that we're stuck at right now, that there's like expected teams to win
Mhm.
and they're winning, so like a lot of people are leaving the competitive scene because of stuff like that. So something to work on
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
just a mentality thing and like
Yeah.
grinding thing.
Because like
But
even if I wasn't winning, like I love facing Frag. I love facing Gronky.
yeah.
Always close matches, you know.
Mhm.
Like it was like, you know, I was always like the frontline type of guy. Like I was always pushing everything, and it was just so fun pushing Gronky. You know, like it was so fun.
Yeah.
Now, out
But
of
yeah.
like your teammates that you've played with, even from like the stream snipe days, like what would you
Mhm.
say? Who was your like favorite teammate and like why? Like what was the reasons?
I probably say it's close. Like I really so like his name is Paid Boy. He was
Paper.
from
Yeah.
Q Snipe days, you know, and
Mhm.
like CMT days, you know.
Yeah.
He was like really smart, you know, and he really understood me as a person and a player, and I understood him, and it was just good vibes, you know. Close second, I'm gonna say Gogurt, you know. Gogurt is like really cool, you know, to play with, like really good energy. Like I love his vibe. He's a
Uh-huh.
really good player, you know.
Mhm.
You know when he wants to be, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like the vibes for you. Like you really love
Yeah,
like
yeah.
vibing with
Yeah,
people.
exactly,
Playing out.
exactly.
That's dope.
Yeah, and I also love like the differences, like for like each teammate, like because it brings in obviously like other things I don't notice, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like this team brings to me, you know. Gronky sees some things that I don't see. Cole sees some things that I might see that he doesn't see, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Now speaking of that, like with teams, with people like looking to create teams and stuff, do you believe in like in this game specifically, do you think there's like roles to be filled? Like what roles do you think there are in this game? Like,
roles.
does that make sense? So like there's like
Mm,
there's a
Entry
fragger
fragger.
on the team, there's the support guy, there's, I don't know, like in-game leader. Like do you believe in all
so
that
like
or what?
I 100% believe in roles. I feel like if you play the role, like leaderboard doesn't matter, you know? Like everybody needs to have a frontline character. Everybody needs to have a support character. Everybody needs an IGL. That's how I feel personally, because like, you know, I came from a game where it's mainly roles, so like I'm always stuck on
Hell
that,
yeah. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
for sure.
So like, you know, having a really good IGL is really good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Having a good entry fragger is really good. You know, if you have all of that, then you're gonna be godlike. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you have all that combined. So I really believe the roles matter, and I feel like people should take that serious. Like, doesn't matter about the leaderboard. If you support, do your role, and like you win. The leaderboard wouldn't matter if you win. You know. So
Now
yeah.
for like people who don't understand what roles are, could you like describe on what you think, like what is good traits for like an entry fragger? What's a good trait for like a support character? And like
Um,
what are the best ways to like help your team?
I think So like an IGL should know the map, should know strats, should know where to place your front line at. That's a good IGL. The front line should be able to um entry frag without dying. That's the main thing. Like if you're able to like entry and get that kill without dying, that's a really good entry fragger, you know? Like even if it's just a trade and as long as you like, you know, communicate to your team like, "Oh, I'm about to die, like trade me out," you know? And
Yeah.
also like being in the right spot and also committing. Like that's a good entry fragger. Like being in the right spot and then committing to that play without no ifs and buts about it. Like, you know,
Yep.
you're a good entry fragger. You know, support needs to be able to hold angles and see the field. You know, like seeing the field basically like giving you the info where they're at, and also like pretty much like a mini IGL, but at like an audible, like mid game. Like okay, there's one guy on say tree on windward. Okay, let's push this guy out on tree. Let's smoke out cut and smoke out pit. You know, and like he's gonna help you kill that guy. That support is gonna help you. He's gonna either res you when you die or trade your kill. So that's a good support, you know. But yeah, that's
There's a
about it.
fourth character or a fourth kind of role. Since
It's like a flex, you know. Like the fourth is usually like the flex, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's either like another support. Yeah, depending on the map, is either another support, another entry, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Do you think the game does a really good like job on like giving the rogues like say Chalk? You would think he's like you would say like he's an entry fragger, right?
Yeah, yeah. I honestly think they give them good roles, or like the characters they put in the game, like they fill in a perfect role, you know.
Yeah. Now, what would you say with Anvil be? Because the way you play him, I feel like it's a lot different than.
That's why.
than what other
Like.
people play.
See, that's why like people like you know like they say I'm good with Anvil because like I don't play him the way he's supposed to play, and I do it good doing what he's not supposed to do. You know, like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Anvil's like a flex kind of hybrid character. Like he could do pretty much everything. That's why he's kind of like really good right now in the meta.
Yeah.
Like he could be played on both attack and defense. You know, his guns are really good. You know, shotgun's kind of broken, but I mean, I don't really use the shotgun too much. But I think he has a really good kit. You know, obviously I love the bat, love bat characters. You know,
Yes, sir.
I think he's just like a hybrid character, like a flex. Like okay, like we ain't got nobody really else to like pick him. You know, he's
Just
really
pick
good. Yeah.
What would you say your role is in on like your teams? It could be from like any team that you were on. Like, were you always like a specific role or?
I was always like the front line, like go get him, like you know what I'm saying.
Send them.
Yeah. Just send it. You know, like.
That's crazy. Because you come from, you said you came from Valorant, so it's like slow play, and then now you come to this game and you're just
I think that's why like I learned like about myself, you know, like about playing like when playing this game, like I learned like I'm mechanically gifted in a sense,
so you can, like run and gun kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope.
Because I was always trying to be like a smart player, like IGL in Valorant, because it was kind of easier. I feel like because it's like if you know the game, you know the game. Valorant is like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those games where like if you just got experience, you'll be a good player. I feel like when it comes to IGLing. So like I was always like the IGL. Like I always had good gun skill. You know, all that game is one tap. So when I get to this game, it was just like a whole different like you know role I had to play. You know.
Did you play like CS:GO before that, or was Valorant like the first time?
So I played CS:GO for a little bit. I wasn't really competitive because like I didn't have the best equipment. Like I was using a Walmart keyboard. I played keyboard on my lap at the time.
Oh shit!
The Daquan.
Yeah.
That's what Daquan.
Yeah, I was playing keyboard on my lap and then put my mouse on my desk because I didn't have like that much desk space. So that's what I was doing. I was just like a rank god. I wasn't really like crazy.
Nothing.
So yeah, it was definitely like a good game to start off with because it's just like a prime example of like search and destroy game, you know.
Yeah. So like, we got CMG going on now. Do you like the formats that CMG is doing for Rogue, or would you make some changes and stuff like that?
I would make some changes, 100%.
Yeah.
I think personally the old the AK was kind of better than this one. just
Yeah, with
because
like the qualifying.
like the qualifying, like you only got one time to like get the a good seating, you know, like you know what I'm saying.
I got
Yeah.
so unlucky that 10K.
Yeah. This 10K is pretty much like you could gatekeep people. Like I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to like make teams stay together, but like you could just slide the leader of the team and then just like as long as your team got points, like they qualify, you know. So like I see what I was trying to do, but I don't know. Like I like the AK better. It was a better format, you know.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
What do you think if they do something like this again, or I don't? You didn't really like play like Fortnite CMG stuff, but they had like ladders, and the ladders integrated into a playoffs later in the months, later in the
okay.
year, right? So like,
Yeah, I would love a ladder, 100%.
yeah, so I think it's kind of like what Maestro got going on, to where like it's ladders and you just grind it out, and it's kind of like leaderboard with your team, and then they'll take like the top whatever players they want or whatever teams that grinded the leaderboards and just pop them in a tournament.
Like, it's pretty much like a league, like just like a league format, you know, which
Yeah.
I like. I like that format, you know.
Yeah,
Definitely better.
I feel like they could do that. Hopefully, like teams stay and stuff like that. I just want to find more ways to like have CMG just stay active. Because did you do wagers at all in CMG or not really?
So like, you know, like me being who I am, like nobody really accepted the wagers, but yeah, I tried multiple times,
Yeah.
and like usually like nobody wants to wager, you know. Like the only one that really wanted to wager probably at the time was like Next, you know.
Yeah, of course.
He wagers everyone.
But yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be good for the game if people were just more active in CMG. I don't know if like people just don't want to. I think
They don't know
is there
about
ladders? There is ladders,
Yeah,
but
there
there's
is.
nothing like the playoffs that they talk about. If they implement that, I think a lot of like people, because it's free to play and you're not spending money, you're just playing.
Yeah.
To try to like grind into like a tournament. So I think people like looking at the casual community, I think they would enjoy it, hopefully. And hopefully like CMG implements like Strikeout, maybe.
Strikeout tournaments, yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to see like some Strikeout tournaments more often?
I would love. You know, I love Strikeout. You know, I feel like it's a new, fresh, like, you know, pretty much like people related to like Hardpoint to God.
Yeah.
You know?
I think what it needs is that what you said earlier. It's like the at least like spawn switching, because I hate when like you just run straight. They're always in front of you, kind of thing. So
yeah,
hopefully they do something about that, or if they're adding another game mode. I heard they're adding like Hardpoint or maybe like a Crazy Hill one. So like instead of the hill being stable for one round, it'll just keep moving. You know, so there's like different setups around the map. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope.
You did one Strikeout tournament, huh? You did like that Omni one in the very early days.
Yeah, I did one. We did it with we did it with STK.
Yeah. We played against you guys in the finals.
Did not go well for us.
Yeah, like Cole and Golgert, you know, that's pretty much like their game mode. You know, like they love that game mode. Like their whole game, like they was pro pretty much on that, like that type of game
running
mode,
gun,
you know?
yeah.
I feel like
I'm not really the best Strikeout player. I feel like I'm getting better day by day because like right now I'm like solo queuing Strikeout mainly, like to get my gunny up, you know, like and stuff like that. So yeah, I would love to definitely compete in another Strikeout tournament again, you know.
Yeah, it would be dope. I think a lot of like the casual community is Strikeout people, so if we can get them more involved.
It's like a quick game mode, you know. It's like 10-15 minutes, you know. If it's a little sweaty, maybe it'll go to 20 minutes, you know.
It's very fast paced.
Very fast paced.
You're always moving.
Casual players always love that, you know. They don't want to be like sitting there. Like it's also like stream friendly, you know. So
I also feel like if that game mode was ranked, or like a respawn game mode was ranked, I think it's better for like the solo queuers, because they can kind of like just keep going. They don't have to like, oh shit, I'm dead, and like now the round's over, you know, kind of thing. That I feel like a lot of people experience in solo queue for demo, especially.
Yeah.
It's hard to solo queue in that thing.
Yeah, I've been solo queuing in rank. It's not the best, you know. I feel like it's good for me, you know, because like I feel like losing is an important thing in being competitive, because you don't always win everything, you know.
Yeah.
So like losing is just like it makes you humble. It makes you realize that you can't do everything, you know.
Yeah.
And you just got to get better, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really stressful, you know. Some people don't got mics, you know. That's what I want to do. Like I want to communicate to you. Like I want to meet new people. Some people just don't have no mics, you know. So,
Mhm. Or they could
so yeah.
even like people, or they have kind of like that in-game communication thing, you know, with the pings. No one really uses
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah.
use.
It's hard.
It's hard to use in the middle. So if they
Mhm.
implement something different, I don't know, like a different
Like a
type of
text
way on how to
chat.
communicate like that, or even a text
Game
chat.
chat, yeah. All they need.
I think it might help a little bit because it's just dead silent for solo queuers.
Yeah, like you just press like shift enter or something like on the
Yeah.
keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
just
just
quickly type what's
type real
happening.
quick so you can type a play out before you guys drop in or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so hopefully I think there's a lot of room for improvement for this game, so not that
Uh-huh.
crazy about it.
Still hasn't been a year yet, so
Yeah.
still chill.
For community tournaments,
Mhm.
do you enjoy the Rome tourneys that he does? Because I feel like he does a really good job.
I
And
feel like he does. You know, obviously, like some people will disagree.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
mainly the comp players because like the comp players want more players to play competitive, but like some of the people don't play competitive at all. So like those community tournaments, like it really helps it it helps your name get out there, and also like displays your gameplay. You know,
mm-hmm.
to a pretty big audience. You know.
yeah, it does well. Just I
100%.
hate when people kind of like bash him for it because it's like he doesn't get too much money from it. Like I don't think he doesn't do it
100%.
for the money specifically. I think he does it a little bit for like just giving out to the community to let us play something. Because
Yeah, he's been doing
imagine
it for
like
a while.
imagine like if we don't have his tournaments, then we're just sitting here, you know, like
Yeah,
waiting for an
playing
8K, playing ranked,
Yeah.
trying to find each other in ranked. That's crazy because like I feel like personally there's a big difference in a west and east kind of communities in this game because when I like me, Marcel, you know, like the Strikeout boys like Blicky and Devo and all them,
Yep.
we're like mostly west, and I feel like if we're not playing each other like in like a random queue, it's like
Randoms.
people just
just like
on it.
pub players.
But then when
Yeah,
you go, so lately we've been playing with like East, like whenever we just play ranked or something, we queue up in East, and there's always like people
From
that we know,
tournaments.
or even like just
better players.
better players in general. Sorry to say, but
Yeah.
do you have an idea, or like do you have a thought on like why that might be, or does it
the
matter?
game is like it's kind of small,
Yeah,
you know, and it's mainly East dominated. That's why like CNG's been doing EU and NA together. Like
Yeah.
EU is like it's worse than West. Like it is what it is. Like
yeah.
there's barely anybody in EU playing this game. So,
Mhm.
but I think it's like West players. There's a lot of like really good West players. Like really good. Like I think like the skill gap from like, you know what I'm saying, like good to bad. Like I feel like there's more good competitive players, but the casual for West, like there's just not that many players, you know. Like
Not it, man. It's not it.
yeah, it's not it. Like it's
Sadly.
unfortunate, you know. I mean, other games, you know, like Valorant was pretty good on EU, pretty good on NA, you know. Both sides, you know, was pretty good.
Yeah. And I think it's just
Yeah.
over time. I think the game needs to grow in population. That's also why like ranked is kind of, people complain about ranked, like, oh, why is my team like dog shit, and then I'm in like rogue already. Well, it's
exactly.
I think it's because there's just not enough like people at that skill. Like the skill gap in this game is crazy.
They don't want the queue times to be like super long. Like if that was the case, if you were facing like the same rank, like you will be on like 10-20 minute queues. It's the same thing with Valorant, you know, like you're Radiant and you're stacking, them queue times gonna be 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, you know. So
yeah, it's crazy. So people just gotta realize that, and
yeah,
instead of like bagging on it, just do what we're doing. You know, make some content, help people out.
Yeah.
And like, you know, East, you know, like obviously you're gonna have worse ping, but it's still like fun to play. Like I feel like
Yeah.
you face a lot of friends on
Yeah.
East. So
Yeah, I don't really see the East and West like playing on. There's a little difference, but I feel like it's still playable. Maybe if we're getting like super serious competitive wise, I get why like people would rather have like their home ping and stuff. But if we're just playing, trying to build a community, I think it's not the end of the world to play on the other side.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They keep their servers up kinda in this game.
Yeah.
So we're reaching close to the end here. Just a few like little things that I want to like get out. Probably more like what you think of the future. So
Mhm.
we can start off with competitive. Like, what
Yeah.
do you think? What do you think it needs? Like, what do you like right now? What do you think it needs? What do we need to get rid of? All that stuff.
I don't think they need to get rid of anything. I think they're just gonna add. You know, I feel like they should add more like competitive game modes. I feel like the
Yeah,
game will
yeah,
blow
that's for
up.
sure.
Like if like more game modes were to come out competitively.
Mhm.
The CMG is doing all right. You know, with their tournaments. You know, the prize pool is pretty big. The one we got right now, like the idea of it is like, I kind of like the AK better, but I
Yeah,
honestly think like they just need to add more stuff. Really, that they don't really have to get rid of anything.
yeah.
Like add more competitive game modes. You know,
What kind of game mode do you want to see?
um, I would love a capture the flag one. I like the bomb one too, like where you carry a bomb. You know.
Yeah, like the oddball one
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah,
like hold on to the bomb for as long as you can, or the
yeah,
where
yeah. The
you, like,
oddball one, yeah.
yeah. I think that one's pretty
And
fun. It's a lot of chasing
capture the
around.
flag. You know, strikeout. You know.
Yeah, yeah. They got something good going on with Strikeout, so I feel like
Yeah.
they need to build on it for
Yeah.
competitive wise, anyways. And
I would hope more players start competing more and taking it serious. I hope the community like gets together and like gets people to like or get people to like team up with each other without having like egos or anything like that. You know, like that's
yeah,
main thing about competing. Like the comp scene isn't good. Like there is no competing. You know.
yeah. It's pretty much a small community for the comp scene right now, and
Yeah.
I think
Everybody knows each other. You know.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's what you said. Like if we get in those new game modes, bring in those new players. Because I swear to you, like running into like a crazy good strikeout kid, like they're cracked a little bit, and like we don't see that
In demo.
crackness in demo. And
Yeah.
like you said, it's hard for like someone who's trying to join the comp scene, but in a comp scene, you gotta have like 3 more other guys with you. Like you can't do it by yourself, or else you're just gonna look really bad.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you look at who's I think Crixium, he like played like the first 8K or something like that with like some lower end people. I know it's super hard for him to like get exposed and all that stuff, and now he's on a pretty good team, and now it just elevates him. So it's hard to like break that when you're
Yep.
stuck in demolition. Demolition's such a 4-on-4 heavy. You
Yep.
can't solo carry and stuff like that.
Yeah. 100%.
Now, how about for the casual community? Like, what do you think it needs? What do you see growth? Like, what kind of events would you rather see?
I definitely want like the community to like work together. There's a lot of good streamers in Rogue that love the game. I feel like if we all come together, do fun stuff like tournaments, like you know,
Like community tournaments? Like
yeah,
you guys
community
hosting and stuff?
tournaments,
Yeah.
like streamer versus streamer. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that'd be
stuff
dope.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like everybody in the community is good people. Like all the casual people. Like I've been going around lately this past week, just going around people stream.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really cool people. They just don't get that exposure, and
Yeah.
it is what it is. So my goal is really like to help that because I feel like everybody's like I've seen a lot of streamers that are really good. Stream like they're good at the game and also like they love streaming it and they love the game. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I do the same thing. Like I love the game. Like and
Yeah.
everything.
We've been seeing a lot of like new names, which is
Mhm.
pretty awesome to see. Like
Yeah,
I believe there's a
that I
growth.
never knew,
Yeah.
Yeah, like the viewers went up on Twitch. Like, if I
Yeah.
remember, like back in like it used to have like 800 views. I think the
Yeah.
all time low, like it was like 300, the all time low. You know, that was like early morning on like a Sunday, but
Mm-hmm.
you know,
It gets there sometimes, and
it's getting there.
but
Like it's averaging 1,000 views, you know, on Twitch.
yeah,
So
it's
Yeah.
always on 1,000. So doing something right, I think.
Yep. Yep.
And the game's pretty fun. Like you can't say
Yep.
this game's like not fun, and
It's
we
really
only play
fun.
it because you're good. It's like it's
Yeah, it's
actually
really fun.
pretty
Like I love playing pubs. You know, eventually, you know, it gets kind of boring after because I mean, I've been playing this game for like a
fun.
couple
Yeah,
months. You know, so
Yeah.
like playing pubs for 8 hours straight, I can't do that really no more. Like I have to like have fun with it. That's why I want to like link with the community, like have fun with the community. You know, like
Yeah, do more content stuff instead of just
Yeah.
pubs, stomping
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
that.
yeah.
like customs is a thing for Strikeout, Extraction, and Demo. So
And speaking about that, like
Mhm.
after, so you're focusing on the 10K right now, right? Like
One more
grind that
week.
out real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, well, one more week. You know, we got well, it's coming up this Saturday. Actually, a couple more days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
a couple more dates.
you know, I'm
Is it-
a little slacking, but I'm gonna get back into it. You know what I'm saying after this, but
For sure. And but like leading up to that, like what's your future after the 10K? Like you got plans for that? You
I just keep grinding. Really like help the community. That's the main goal. Like for me as a streamer for Rogue Company, because Rogue Company blessed me, and I want to bless people back that do the same thing I do. You know, and I feel like there's a lot of people that deserve it. You know, so my goal is just to make the community better. Really.
we gonna see a lot more like YouTube videos, or are you gonna be streaming
Yeah,
more?
we're definitely gonna see a lot more streams. Definitely gonna be YouTube content out there. The
That's
comp is pretty much like extra content, you know, like I could upload
Yeah.
that. But yeah,
You
that's-
gonna be
that's just the
putting
goal,
comp
you know?
on like the back burner then, or
I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna be doing both because like comp is pretty much like free content at that point.
yeah?
I'm
Oh,
saying?
you're right. You're right.
So-
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be doing both. You know, I just hope I balance it right, and I hope I like play my cards right. So
If a league pops up for Rogue,
Mhm.
you in there, or what you
100%.
think?
I mean, I'm most
Yeah?
likely. A lot of people would love to see me in the league. So
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
definitely will take that off for 100%.
Let me get that Bop jersey though.
Oh,
You'll definitely see that soon, man.
yeah.
Sir.
Wear the
After
Bop
after the
merch, yeah.
diamond bat,
Mm-hmm,
you gotta get the diamond bat and everything.
Yep.
Any last
Hopefully
things?
tomorrow. I have to hopefully tomorrow,
Oh,
any day,
any day now.
I've
day.
been seeing the tweets. I've been seeing the tweets by Scott.
Any day.
Any last things you want to like add to Rogue? Like, what do you want to see in Rogue, as in general, like buff, nerfs, cosmetics, new ideas, like
I
pro
would
perks and
love
stuff?
to see. I would love to see more cosmetics. I feel like they do a great
For
job
sure.
in like their past games. I heard Smite as from High Res. They do really good in
Oh, yeah.
skins over there.
Yeah,
I've
they
seen
do.
skins from that game.
A lot of collabs.
And that's
too.
pretty. I never played. Like I don't play Smite, but their skins are really good. Their collabs are really good. Like I feel like they could really do that for Rogue. And
Yeah.
you know, a little feature that I always wanted is like it's kind of like Fortnite where they have like different colorways for the same skin.
Oh yeah,
like,
and like
imagine-
reactive
Oh, yeah, that would be
camos.
dope.
Like imagine the Scorch skin in like black and yellow. You know, like yellow halo and
Yeah.
then like all black. You know, like
Yeah.
that would be cool.
That'd be dope.
Like you
I'm
gotta
sure.
do challenges to get that or something. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That'll make
adding
the casual
into the
players grind
challenge.
even more, you know, and stream like, oh, like I just got this challenge done, you know, like
And then they get a reward for it. They can like show it
yeah,
off,
exactly,
which would be hella dope.
exactly. Which be more content, more streams, you know, and overall just more viewers. So
Yeah.
that's about it. You know, that's the little like thing that I always wanted them to add. Like it's kind of like Fortnite, you know. So I feel like
Yeah.
Fortnite does a really good job in their skins, you know, really good
Yeah.
job.
For sure, yeah.
Do you think?
Like I don't even play Fortnite, and I buy skins still.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But-
Is there like a rogue you wish would join the game? Like, is there like what's your idea of like your ideal rogue? Like, it would be dope to have this rogue in here.
I would love a rogue to like turn invisible, you know, like I always
Oh
like,
yeah.
I know that sounds kind of broken.
That's
you
like
know,
a
but
GA fixer type of deal.
yeah. Like, turn invisible, like like I always wanted like a Reyna, like Reyna's from Valorant.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like you get a kill, like you pop her ability,
Oh, and then you
like
can
you
get it.
turn. Yeah.
Oh.
You get health or you turn invisible. Like I would love to see a rogue like that in Rogue Company. Like that would be like
A new
changing the game
Lancer.
completely.
Yeah.
You know?
I could see that. That's kind of crazy.
Do that.
Yeah. The new character actually they're adding, like I might main him. You never know.
Oh, the archer or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
I might mess around and main him. He's pretty cool. Got a little bow.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope.
You
Do you
know?
see the game having like larger game modes? You know how we're stuck at like this 4v4, we drop down to 2v2. Would you see it like in a 6v6 kind of thing? 5v5?
I would love to see 5v5 or 6v6. That would be like maybe add like 1 or 2 maps that are like
Bigger.
meant, right? Yeah, meant for 5v5 and 6v6.
That would be
That would be really
crazy.
cool. You know,
That'd
and
be
maybe like a hard point game mode. You know?
Yeah. Or a giant capture
Just
flag.
a whole team death.
Yeah.
With
Exactly.
vehicles. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love to see that.
This game has a lot of potential and it's like super cool.
100%.
We're only in the
A lot of
beginning,
potential,
season
you know?
1.
You know, a lot
Hopefully
of
it
people, you know,
grows.
got blessed. You know, I got blessed from Rogue Company. You know,
Yep,
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be
same.
where I'm at now without it. So
Yeah. And I
I
think the
think
right people are
I
getting
respect
blessed. Yeah.
yeah,
So like what I mean by that is like they're blessing you because of the hard work you do, and then they know that you're a good person enough to like, you know, give back, spread it out. You're not just like thanks, and then you're like gone playing, I don't know, Valorant
New
again.
game, yeah.
Just like
yeah,
so.
super dedicated.
All right, just to leave off the community with one thing. What is one tip and trick you want? Any like just a quick tip and trick that you hope the community like just starts understanding to get their gameplay better.
Quick tip and trick. Honestly,
like-
just composure. That's the main thing. Like people don't realize that. I think composure. You gotta have composure, and the main thing to get composure is like, you know, test your limits. You know, like your boiling point. You know, tested it. You know, and then like try to fix that. So I think it's if you want to succeed in any game, mainly this game is mainly composure. You know.
Yes, sir. You heard it here. All right, appreciate you, Bop. That's about it. I think we got about like a good old clips in. It's amazing. It was actually really good. Thanks for speaking with us and learning about your mentality was pretty dope. Did you play?
Where's some track?